earned his BA degree in English Studies from the University of Moulay in 2006. In 2007, he began 1 year of teaching training at a teacher's college, and subsequently Driss then started teaching English to young learners at All Rock High School. Currently, Driss performs his FLT duties at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point teaching Arabic, and he's going to give a presentation to you. So everybody, let's welcome Driss.
Yeah, hello everybody. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to our first semester experiences. In my presentation, I'm glad to share with you the experiences and activities I had to represent my country and my culture at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. And I hope they can be kind of benefit for you, something that you may apply in the second semester. So, this is the content. I'm going to talk briefly about the UWSP, just location and some general information, and some activities I did to represent my country and my culture at the university, and other activities. And briefly, I will talk about some challenges I had during my first semester. So, first, the state in which my host institution is called Wisconsin, which is here. Many of I should say did not know where Wisconsin is. So this is the map of the state, and this is Stevens Point, which is in Wisconsin, and it's a very cold city. This is the logo of the university, and these are some just general information about the university. It was established in 1894, and it's a state university. It has over 400 students, and academic staff, and 9,500 students, and it has 13 residence halls. So the website, and it's in Stevens Point. This is one of the pictures of the university, and this is the hall where I live, me and my colleague Harry from Japan. Concerning the activities I had, most of them are activities to represent Morocco and Moroccan culture. The first one is a panel discussion about cultural differences between the United States and other countries. I represented Morocco to talk about cultural differences and similarities together with students from Japan, China, and Poland. And we discussed cultural differences in all these countries. The second activity is a guest lecture about my country in International Students Club. I represent my country together with other students who talked about the country and culture. And what I liked about this one is that there were many international students, American students, as well as the school or the university staff. So I get many people to know more about my country and culture. These are some pictures from that presentation. These are some of the university stuff. These are mix of international students and American students. Another activity is I shared my culture with my classmates because I want as many people as I can to get to know my country, and so I discussed with them our traditions and customs and information in general about Morocco, and I answered their questions about our culture. I also shared with them teaching activities because this class is about English language teaching as a second language, So I shared activities I had before I came to the United States. Another activity is a guest lecture about family life in Morocco. There was a Chinese teacher who teaches a class about family life in different cultures. So I was invited to give a lecture there. I shared my culture and I talked mainly about family life in Morocco, and there was an interesting discussion about all aspects of family life in my country and how it differs from other cultures. Another kind of informal activity that I invite students to taste the Moroccan tea. Moroccan tea is one of the main aspects of our culture, so I invite some of them to taste it. And there was a kind of informal discussion about culture and the country and so on. And also, we watched some movies and videos about Morocco and Moroccan culture. Another activity that I participated in an ethnic food dinner in which I get to know many types of food from different countries, and I prepared some Moroccan food to make others get to know some of our food. Another activity is that I talked about Eid al-Adha, and Eid al-Adha is the biggest Muslim holidays. So I talked to students about the traditions, customs, and origin, and so on, and I trained them to wish happy and blessed Eid to Muslims. So here to foster cultural tolerance and religious cultures in students, and I would like just to you to watch a short video in which they are discussed.
السلام عليكم اسمي سارة أنا من ولاية ويسكونسن في أمريكا عيد مبارك سعيد مع السلامة
السلام عليكم أنا أليكس أنا من ولاية ويسكونسن في أمريكا عيد مبارك سعيد السلام
السلام عليكم اسمي مارلون أنا من ولاية ويسكونسن في أمريكا عيد مبارك سعيد مع السلامة
اسمي كريس أنا من ولاية تكساس في أمريكا عيد مبارك سعيد مع السلامة.
شكرا جزيلا. So this is the objective is to foster tolerance in culture. Another activity is a video conference with my students and a native speaker, and the objective of this video conference is to enable students to use the language outside the classroom to talk or to do kind of review just online and to talk about culture, kind of cultural exchange. We talked about traditions in Ramadan, which is the holy month for Muslims, and students talk about some of their traditions like Christmas and Thanksgiving and so on. So I would like to, I intended to do it with some colleagues in Morocco, but I couldn't because of time difference. I end up by doing it with my wife. So it's, in a way, it's a native speaker, and I would give her the opportunity to improve her English too. I would like to just to it's like 25 minutes, but I shorten it to show you a short part in which students talk about their eating habits. Valerie, ماذا أكلت اليوم؟
في الصباح أكل خبز وشربت حليب وشربت قهوة مع حليب ومع سكر.
Yeah, that's all.
لا أشرب I'm sorry.
تشرب القهوة فقط؟ فقط؟ This is again part of this video. As I said, we talked about it's kind of using Arabic and English, kind of review, and we talked about cultural differences in English, of course. Sorry. Another activity is that I talk to students about my experiences as a Fulbrighter, and I talk to them about Fulbright program and its objectives, its international scope, and how they can benefit from scholarships in Fulbright program. Another activity that I attended, it's a professional development activity. I attended WAFL's conference, which is Wisconsin Association of Foreign Language Teachers annual conference, in which I developed my teaching skills, mainly skills related to the use of ICT in education, and I get to know many teachers from Wisconsin, and we plan to do like sister schools afterwards to enable students to practice the language and the culture too. The last activity is a presentation about Morocco in a junior high school for young learners. I had a kind of initiative to present my country and culture for these young learners, and it was an interesting one in which young learners just imagine that they are the only ones in the world, and they don't know that there are many different people with different traditions and cultures. So I get to explain that for them. This is some pictures. I also teach them some Arabic expressions, and it was very nice because they don't know even that Arabic is not written the same way as English. It's very interesting. I answered their questions. This is the last activity actually, and concerning the challenges it had, just briefly, of course, homesickness kind of common challenge for us all, I think. No mosque to pray in Stevens Point. Getting used to American food because I do eat in university dining, and tolerating the cold weather in Wisconsin. Yeah, that's all, and thank you very much.
Does anyone have any questions for Dres before he goes back to his seat? Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation, first of all. When you have the video conference with your students, what's the level of your students?
They are in the third semester.
All right.
Yeah, they are a little bit, they know some Arabic, so they can make conversations. It's hard to do it by beginners, but you can accommodate things, for beginners too.
Yeah, and I just, sorry to butt in, but just one of the interesting things I thought Dres brought up was how some of it was in English as well, just to address sort of the cultural aspects of Moroccan culture. And I think that's a great opportunity to bring in beginners too. It's a really good idea. There's another question, I thought? No? Yes.
Do you always wearing your traditional Moroccan dress in class?
In class, no.
So,
It was Eid al-Adha, so it's an opportunity for me to wear traditional clothes for students to know.
yeah, but it was impressive that we can use the same way, like dressing our traditional dress and teaching them our.
Sure. Before I do that, I was hesitant to do so because all university students will just look at me wearing this type of clothes. Maybe come from another planet or how. But it's a good way to show students Moroccan clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? No? Well, everybody, thank you. Thank you, Dres.
Thank you very much, Mr.